Florida State cannot afford to stay in the ACC for the next 2 years? Welcome to episode 284 of College Football's Peek Around the Corner with your host, Greg Pflugar. We cover everything in college football because we love everything in college football. And if you do as well, please subscribe to our ever-growing channel. Smash that like button if you like our content. Share the video with your family and friends. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get right to it. The Tallahassee Democrat, Jim Henry, released an article this morning. We provide a link in the description. Read the whole article. We're not going to be going through the whole article today, but go ahead and read it. Put down your comments and thoughts in the comments section below the video. ACC drama. It's all happening. Wow. Holy smokes. Can Florida State afford to wait much longer in the Whirlwind Conference realignment race? Again, by Jim Henry, the Tallahassee Democrat. When it comes to conference realignment, football teams want to play where the money is, and not enough money is available in the Atlantic Coast Conference. Florida State's future in the league is on borrowed time. On borrowed time, the Seminoles' next move remains fiercely debated and complex. Big Ten, SEC, make a play on their own. Leadership has been extremely candid in its tone about the possibilities of leaving the conference because of the growing revenue gap between the league and the Power 2, SEC, and Big Ten. Florida State must keep pressure on ACC when it comes to revenue sharing. This is the one part of the article that Peek Around the Corner we disagree with. We think the horse is out of the barn on this issue. Back to the article, the trend could continue Wednesday Board of Trustees meeting. While athletics is currently not on the agenda, it's in Florida State's best interest to publicly continue to express its strong feelings about deserving additional revenue from the conference. Florida State President Richard McCullough drew a line in the sand a year ago at the Tallahassee Chamber of Commerce Conference when he mentioned Seminole football and conference realignment and said, "We're trying to do anything we can think about how we remain competitive. Florida State is expected to win. We're going to be very aggressive." And Florida State Director of Athletics, Michael Alford, on the lead horse, yelled charge at last February's BOT meeting when he said something has to change in regards to conference revenue sharing and the Seminoles' future in ACC. That's the issue. Florida State doesn't have a future in the ACC under the league's house rules. Even while the ACC has created a new revenue distribution model that will reward success based on postseason performance starting in 2024-25, the math doesn't add up. The league will fall further behind the SEC and the Big Ten in revenue by about $30 to $40 million per year when their respective new television contracts start, Big Ten in 23, SEC in 24. What's the end game for Florida State in conference realignment? Any school planning to leave the ACC in the next year would have to notify the conference in writing by August 15th. If not, it means the school must remain in the league for 2 more years. While there's no change in the Seminole status as an ACC member at this moment, they literally can't afford to remain in the ACC beyond 2 more years. That's the PATC money shot of this article. They literally, Florida State can't afford to remain in the ACC beyond 2 more years. It will be expensive to leave, in its own way expensive to stay and attempt to keep pace with schools with more dough and resources. Florida State could negotiate the league's $120 million exit fee, dig its heel in for the league battle over the sticky grant of rights and jump conferences, but for a negotiated deal, for venture out solo without a safety net. Status quo doesn't work anymore. That's why Alford, in a mad rush, has made substantial investments in football since he was hired 19 months ago. He is working daily to make Florida State marketable to other conferences. The Seminoles have fallen behind nationally in resources in wins, 32-32 in the ACC since 2015. Despite the challenges, Florida State's brand is strong and undervalued in the ACC, and we agree here at Peek Around the Corner with that sentiment, no question about it. Norvell, who received a contract extension last February that nearly doubled his annual salary to $8.05 million, has brought stability to Florida State. He has embraced expectations, underlined core values, and emphasized sustaining success. The Seminoles entered 2023 in the national conversation, and its opener against LSU and Orlando is likely a top 10 showdown. Conference realignment starts with football, but where does it end? Finally, the two major super conferences in the SEC and Big Ten, 4 20-team conferences in the SEC, Big Ten, Big 12, and ACC, combined with the Pac-12, which appears to be on life support. Time will tell. Time will tell. We shall see. A big story, a massive story is brewing. We reported to you about 4 or 5 days ago, the smoke is real. The smoke is real. Florida State deciding to bolt the ACC, put their notice in by August 15th, on August 15th, to say we are withdrawing from the ACC. It is quite possible that this is all going down. As the Tallahassee Democrat article just pointed out, can Florida State afford to stay in the ACC? Can they even afford to do so? So you might as well go all out. You might as well risk it all. If you're screwed either way, go out swinging. Try to put a withdrawal notice in. Put pressure on ESPN. Try to get your way in the SEC. Use the Big Ten as a negotiating ploy to get into the SEC. And if ESPN doesn't budge, go to the Big Ten. This is a remarkable story. We were told on December 26, 2022, that this was going down in the first quarter of 2024. It looks like we're going to have to take the L. It looks like the timeline has sped up quite a bit. Right now, we're looking at August 15th. Ask the date. Florida State, stick or go. Holy smokes. Put down your comments. Put down your comments and thoughts in the comment section below the video. Stay with us here at Peek Around the Corner. We're going to be on this story every single day. We're going to be watching. Tomorrow is the Board of Trustees meeting at Florida State University. We're going to be watching that, see if there's any news coming out of that. And any time the Board of Trustees at Florida State University posts a new meeting from here until August 15th, we're going to talk about it here at Peek Around the Corner. We're going to delve into it, poke around, and see what's going on. Florida State and Clemson to the Big Ten. Florida State and Clemson to the SEC. What does it all mean? The consolidation is meeting coordination between the power players. Again, we shall see. Buckle up. Brace for impact. Stick or go, Florida State. And if they go, Big Ten or SEC. And how does it all play out? Until next time. From all of us at PATC to all of you, please, you all take great care of each other. Thank you so very much.